Traders, FX Pip Collector here. Today is Tuesday, March 24th, and this is my morning market breakdown of the US dollar pairs, including gold, and we also look at a couple of the yen pairs. As always, we start off on the US dollar index on the daily because that basically tells us what to do on all the other dollar pairs. So anyway, starting off on the dollar index daily, I still think this is a 1-2, and I still believe we're in a wave 3. I think that there's a good chance we're already in a wave 4 now, so this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave 3. Most likely, we're now in a corrective pattern, especially with looking at how overlapping it is for a wave 4, and then eventually I think we're going to push up again to break this structure for a wave 5, and I think it's potentially going to turn at this 100% Fibonacci extension right here. Definitely seems like the most likely target, especially because when you have the end of a pullback, which I think this is the end of a pullback on the weekly, a three-way pattern, then price will usually make a five-wave impulsive move and break at least the wave B structure, which we haven't done yet. So I'm still thinking that it's going to push up one more time. Going down to the sort of time phase, the question is whether or not it's already going up or not. I think this is potentially five waves down, ending here. I think this is a big expanding wave B right here, and I think that this is potentially now in a wave C. Maybe it's a WXY because, maybe this is three down, three up, and now this is one, two, three down, because it doesn't really seem to me like it's finished yet. I think it needs to go down one more time to the 78%, probably even grab these lows one more time to finish off a wave 4, and then we're potentially going to start another uptrend for a wave 5. So, maybe, probably not today, but maybe a little bit later on this week, I think we're going to get another impulse move to the upside for the dollar for a wave 5 trend on the daily time frame. So what we need to do is we need to take this information, this analysis, and we need to apply it to the euro dollar, the pound dollar, the Aussie dollar, the dollar CAD, the dollar Swiss, and the Kiwi dollar if you trade that. And so let's start off on the euro dollar on the daily time frame while we keep this analysis in mind. So on the daily time frame, we think that we're on a wave. We think that we're in a wave 4 on the dollar. So most likely we're in a wave 4 on this one also. So here's your wave 1. This is probably your wave 2. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3. Most likely we're in a wave 4. Eventually we're going to go back down again for a wave 5 and probably retest these lows. So going down to these sort of time frames, most of the time a wave 4 does take out the structure. Now the structure for me is right here. So I still am bullish the euro dollar. I mean, there is a chance maybe it pushes down more, it makes a deeper pullback, but I'm definitely still bullish the euro dollar. I still think that we're going to get at least another impulsive move to the upside because, like I said, most wave 4s do break the wave 3 structure, which would put us all the way up to here. And probably shortly after we get the breaker structure, we'll start a new downtrend for the wave 5 on the daily time frame. And we probably wouldn't even know this if we didn't look at the dollar index as our main analysis. Moving on to the pound dollar, back up to the daily. Same thing on the pound dollar because of the US dollar index. We know that this is likely a 1, this is likely a 2. Excuse my pen mishap. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of wave 3. Most likely we're in a wave 4. Most wave 4s do take out the structure of wave 3, which is right here, and then we'll probably push down again for a wave 5. Especially with how overlapping this move up is, it makes me think that we are correct about our wave 4 analysis. So going down to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, the trend is definitely up. We had that nice impulsive move up yesterday. Now we could end up making a deeper pullback. I don't know that it's over yet. It might end up making a much deeper pullback and then end up going back up. The best thing to do is throw your Fibonacci retracement on this move up right here. I would look at this as a possible wave A. I would look at this as a wave B, and I would say that we're likely already in a wave C, but maybe the wave C is not over. Maybe it pushes down a little bit more, hits a Fibonacci retracement level, and then continues the higher time frame uptrend, which is technically not even a trend. It's actually a wave 4. Moving on to the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar is quite often a little bit different just because the Aussie is a little bit of a risk on pair, but same type of pattern. 1, 2, 3. We're probably in a wave 4. It's probably going to make a wave 5, and this is probably a wave A or a wave 1. I still think that it could be a wave 1 because I think this is possibly the end of a wave 5 right here. But it could be a wave A, and it doesn't matter really whether it's an A or 1 because we would trade them exactly the same either scenario. Moving down to the 1 hour time frame, I think that this first push up right here is the wave A of 4. We're probably in a wave B of 4 now. I would expect to get another push up for a wave C. Now, that doesn't mean that it might not go down a little more. It definitely could go down a little more, but I think we're going to likely get another push up to finish off this wave 4. And then we're going to eventually, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow or the day after, we'll get another push down for a wave 5. Just like what I showed on the dollar analysis, if I didn't analyze the dollar, I probably wouldn't know what direction to be trading all these dollar pairs themselves. Moving on to the US dollar CAD. Overall, the dollar CAD I am definitely still very bullish on. We are sitting at the 100%. Maybe this is the area where it's going to cause a much bigger pullback. It definitely would make sense if it did something like this before it continued the uptrend. But overall, definitely still very bullish. It really hasn't given us any real reason to look for shorts on this yet. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I mean, yeah, we did break structure down, but the way it broke structure, I mean, it just kept on rejecting structure, rejecting structure, rejecting structure. So technically, the 1 hour time frame is telling you to look for shorts, but I would be looking at most moves I see to the downside as possibly just pullbacks within an uptrend, unless we get another big break of structure to the downside, which really your structure is now way down here. I would definitely be looking at anything to the downside as possibly just a pullback within an uptrend. So moving on to the US dollar Swiss, same type of thing. Dollar Swiss, I am definitely still very, very bullish on, but if the dollar's in a corrective wave forward, then maybe this is going to go down a little bit more to finish off a correction before it actually continues back up. I think the dollar Swiss is going to eventually go up and take out this high on the daily time frame. Now, but this is the daily time frame, so it may not even take out this high this week. It might take it out next week. So, anyways, going down to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, I mean, the structure is telling you to look for shorts because we did get a breakdown and this move up is very corrective looking, so we potentially should be looking for shorts. I think we're probably going to get a break of structure, and then after the break of structure, eventually it'll probably break back to the upside after it grabs its liquidity. And when the dollar continues back up for its wave 5, this will probably also continue back up. Right now, we should potentially be looking for shorts, but after it breaks this structure, definitely keep an eye out for a break to the upside, telling us that it's heading back up. So, anyways, going down to the gold and back up to the daily. Gold to me is extremely clear right now, and I also think that this move right here, this break of structure, is finally proved to me that the wave 3 on the weekly is complete. That means that we're in a wave 4, and if I go all the way up to the monthly time frame, a wave 4 should last about the same time on the time scale as the wave 2 lasted. The wave 2 lasted about 500 calendar days. So I think that gold is going to be in a wave 4 all year long because this wave 4 from this top right here on is going to take probably about 500 calendar days. So I think we're potentially in 3 waves of A right now. We're still at the very early stages of this pullback. And it's very likely to be a complicated correction too, because the wave 2 was a traditional ABC. And because of the alternating wave theory, the Elliot wave alternating waves, if the wave 2 is a very traditional ABC, then the wave 4 is likely going to be some sort of a triangle or a flat pattern or some kind of a complicated pattern. But anyways, I think this is very clearly a 1, this is very clearly a 2, this is a wave 3, I think there's a good chance the wave 3 is over and we're in a wave 4 right now, and eventually we're going to push down for a wave 5. This wave 4 is probably going to take about the same time that this wave 2 took, by the way, and this wave 2 took about 5 or 6 trading days. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, first push up is probably some sort of an A. Whether it's continuing up right now or not, I mean, it definitely kind of looks like it is. I definitely would see this as potentially 3 waves, so maybe we're already continuing up for a wave C. If it does make a nice little 3-way pullback, and then in a break to the downside, it could be the completion of a wave 4, and it could end up continuing down. The only problem is that this wave 4 should last about 4 to 5 trading days, maybe even 6 trading days. So potentially it could turn into a little bit of a more complicated pattern, do something like this, and then go down like that, and then go back up. And then, sometime next week or at the end of the week is when it actually ends the wave 4 and continues down for the wave 5. But either way, I think it is going up right now, and this break of structure to the upside over here is telling us that we should be looking for logs right now. Going down to the US dollar yen. The US dollar yen really does look like it tried to break down. I mean, it definitely did break down. It looks like this wave 5 is complete. If this is the completion of a wave 5, then it will eventually on the daily. It could take a month, but eventually it is going to go down and take out the lower wave 4. Now, that doesn't have to be a wave 5. It potentially could just go to the 38, or to the someplace in between the 38 and the 78% at one of these four Fibonacci levels and then continue up. But we do have pretty high confidence that this wave from here to here is over. So only two things can happen. If it really is a wave 5, then it'll take out the lower wave 4 eventually. If it's not a wave 5, then it may make a pullback to the last move up. Like I said, someplace between the 38 and 78% pullback. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, we definitely should be looking for shorts right now. We have this nice impulsive down. We have a break of structure. This move up definitely looks pretty corrective. Whether or not this move up is over, we don't know. We should put our Fibonacci retracement from here to here. We should look for some sort of a three-way pullback. We should look for engulfing down at Fibonacci levels for more entries to go short. Structure on the 1 hour time frame is definitely telling us to look for shorts, especially after this break of structure to the downside over here. Moving on to the euro yen. Honestly, all the yen pairs do kind of look like they might have found a top on the higher time phase. I mean, I was thinking this is potentially, impulsive down, like maybe even a one, and this is like an A, a B, we're already in a C. Maybe it does continue up a little more. Maybe it makes a lower high. Either way, I think eventually we are going to end the wave two and go down for a wave three. We can't rule out the possibility of it being a wave A, a wave B, and a wave C, though. I mean, it definitely is possible that it's just another ABC pullback within a huge uptrend on the very high time frames. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I mean, we did break structure down right here, so you would expect this to be a wave A probably. And then you would expect this to be a wave B, so maybe it goes up a little bit, grabs these highs, and then goes down again for a wave C. But overall, I think the trend is potentially going to continue up, so it might just be an ABC within an uptrend. Like I just showed you, it looks like we're in a wave C on the higher time frames. And most wave Cs do take out the higher wave As. That's why I would look at this move right here as potentially just a pullback within an uptrend. So be a little bit cautious on this one because the daily is definitely telling us to look for longs. The shorter time frames make you think that it's going to go down before it goes up. Often when you get discretion like that between the daily and the 1 hour is often incorrect. The 1 hour is telling you a false story, and it potentially will just try to trap you in a short and then shoot right back up because the daily is telling you the correct story most of the time. Moving on to the pound yen, back up to the daily. Same type of thing. I mean, we got this big impulsive down. We got this break of structure. You would expect this to be a 1 or an A. You would expect this whole move up right here to be a wave 2 or a wave B. You would expect at some point for this to break structure to the downside and either go down for a C like that or just keep on going down for a wave 3. If it's a wave C, it would probably break right around these lows and then head back up. Either way, doesn't really matter at this stage in the pattern whether it's an ABC or a 1, 2, 3. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I mean, we would definitely still be looking for longs right now. We would be looking at this move down right here as potentially just a pullback to this move up. Fibonacci retracement would definitely help with areas of support. Look for some sort of an engulfing move up at a Fibonacci level for more potential entries to go long. Until the daily time frame at least engulfs down or preferably breaks structure down, you definitely would continue to look for longs on this 1 hour time frame, especially with the fact that structure is still up. So, anyways, definitely don't forget to check out my website, fxpipcollector.com, especially if you want to follow along with my trades and be part of a great trading community on Discord. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading to everyone.